All right, guys. So I know we're almost at a halfway point of 2023, and so it's kind of a good time to just do a wrap up or at least an update on what true wireless earbuds are my current favorites or which ones I'm actually using. And again, I like to do this from time to time because I always get asked, what are my favorites? What are my go-tos? And I don't always have a go-to earbud, but I'm always constantly kind of rotating between these 5. So I figured I'd do a top 5 of my favorite earbuds so far of 2023. I don't know that that's how I'm going to title this video, but we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it. Do keep in mind these are my personal favorites. Obviously, everybody's reason for using earbuds are different. I like to focus mine mainly on sound quality, so that's what a lot of these are based off of. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into number 5, and this is the most expensive one on the list, and this is the Final ZE8000. Now again, it is not a cheap pair of earbuds. It does come in at $349, but the company Final pretty much made an audiophile sounding pair of true wireless earbuds, but with bass. It's not trying to do that flat or reference style sound that a lot of audiophile products are doing. So I appreciate that they took this approach. It definitely has a unique design that they've gone with the stems. And it also has a feature what they call 8K sound. Now I thought this would be something that's kind of a gimmick. I didn't think it would be something that you could actually tell the difference in the sound. But once you're using this mode and you compare it to other earbuds, you can definitely notice a difference in the audio quality. And another huge plus is within their app, these actually EQ really well. So you can get them to kind of sound however you want to. And that's also the fact that they're probably using some of the best DSPs or digital signal processors in these earbuds. And I think even though these are expensive, I still feel like the value is there because of the audio that these have. Now, number 4 on the list is the Sony LinkBuds S. Now, I picked these over the Sony XM4s mainly because I just like the sound of these better. I like the fact that they came with the silicone ear tips instead of the foam ear tips. I feel like the noise canceling is on the same level as the XM4s, which is the more expensive pair, because the LinkBuds S come in at $198, which is almost $80 cheaper than the retail price of the XM4s, which the XM4s do go on sale quite a bit, so you can find them about the same price. But I just like the fit of the LinkBuds S better. They work with Sony's app, which I still feel like is one of the best apps out there when it comes to earbuds. You have a lot of control over these earbuds. These also have 360 audio. They have some of the best, if not the best, noise canceling out there. Obviously, you're going to have competitors like the Bose and the AirPods, and there's also another one on this list that I think compares with these. And I just think from a sound standpoint, Sony just nails it when it comes to earbuds. I mean, it is a very dynamic sound. It's definitely going to give you plenty of bass. There's a lot of clarity in the treble. Mids always feel like they stand out. And just from an overall standpoint, I think Sony does a great job. And I think the LinkBuds S is the best overall package that Sony has to offer. Now, number 3 on the list, and I honestly wanted to put these higher, but because of their availability, I kind of felt like it needed to be bumped down some. This is the Soundpeats Opera 05. Now, technically, this started as like an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter project. I do believe they are just now shipping these, although I've had these since before the beginning of this year, and I've been using them nonstop, and that is very, very rare. So I feel like that says a lot about the sound that these have. And what makes them stand out, in my opinion, is yes, they are high-res audio wireless certified. They do have that LDAC playback, but they are using a 12mm dynamic driver mixed with 2 balanced armature drivers. So there's just a lot going on in this pair, but that 12mm dynamic driver is giving you some really aggressive low end, but the 2 balanced armature drivers are allowing the mids and the treble to still have a lot of presence. There's a lot of brightness in the treble. There's a lot of clarity in the mids. You can hear guitar riffs and vocalists extremely cleanly. And I think the fact that you can get all of this for under $100, I mean, these actually retail for $99. From a value standpoint, these are definitely up at the top, but because you can't really get them as easily right now, I bumped them down, and that's why I put these Soundpeats Opera 05s in at number 3. Now, number 2 on the list is the Nothing Ear 2, and I think this says a lot because the Nothing Ear 1 honestly wasn't anything special, but these come in at $149. They have some of the best noise canceling I've heard. I feel like these are definitely comparable to the AirPod Pros. They're comparable to the Sonys, to the Bose, and also using these for different types of media. This pair has Bluetooth 5.3, so it's one of the best at using them for movies, videos, and games and not really having any kind of lag. The app on these I really like because they keep things simple, but it really is functional. And what they're doing with the 11.6 millimeter drivers is also very impressive. This is a very dynamic sounding earbud. It has plenty of punch, but the bass on these are not sloppy. The mids and the trebles stand out. Again, the bass is aggressive, but not too aggressive where it's sloppy. And it's just a fun earbud to listen to. So that's why I put the Nothing Ear 2s in at number 2. Now, number 1 on the list is one that I've reviewed recently, so this honestly isn't one that I can say that's been my go-to for a while, but it has definitely been one that stands out when it comes to audio, and that is the Status Between 3 ANCs. This pair comes in at $249, although it kind of bounces back and forth between being on sale for about $199. But it's essentially like the Status Between Pros that's been one of my favorite sounding earbuds for a while, but it tacked on some very impressive noise canceling. So if you are looking for noise canceling and you're looking for some of the best sound that's out there, because again, this is another pair that uses that triple driver system. It's using 2 balanced armature drivers mixed with that 1 dynamic driver, and it is that. It is a dynamic sounding pair with so much clarity in the mids and the treble. This is just one of those earbuds that's fun to listen to across pretty much any genre you can think of. I mean, it sounds great with mainstream like pop and hip hop, but if you switch over to genres like metal or anything that's just chaotic where there's a lot going on, it can definitely hold its own. I mean, it is a fast earbud, but it still does allow that bass to hit you, but in a very fast and aggressive way. It's just rare that an earbud can do this. Usually you find sound like this in an IEM, something that's more dedicated to being plugged into an amp, which usually, again, requires extra equipment. But the fact that the earbuds themselves can just do this all within the earbuds and have them as portable as a pair of true wireless earbuds definitely makes the Status Between 3 ANCs my number 1 go-to when it comes to true wireless earbuds. Now, a lot of you are probably asking, why isn't the Nura True Pro on this list, considering it was my favorite last year? Well, Nura got bought out, and the availability of a lot of their earbuds right now are very weird and scarce. I noticed they did some kind of like clearance sale, but when I went to look up the Nura True Pros, I didn't really see where you can buy them anywhere. So I don't know what the current status of Nura is as far as a company goes. So I wanted to talk about earbuds that, you guys are actually able to find. Now, one thing that I wanted to do real quick at the end of this video is just slap on a top 5 of what I consider to be consumer earbuds, ones that, you can go into a store and easily find, because I know some of these on my list are not ones that you can go in and just pick up right away. In fact, some of these, I don't even know if they're on Amazon. So I wanted to do a top 5 consumer list that, you can go into Best Buy or Walmart or Target and just easily pick these up pretty much today. And number 5 on this list is the Bose Quiet Comfort Earbuds 2. Not a very cheap pair of earbuds. I do believe they retail for like $280 or maybe even $300. But from a noise canceling and a sound standpoint, they are fantastic. Number 4 on the list is the Apple AirPods Pro 2s. Obviously, iPhones are pretty much in everybody's hands, and so the AirPod Pro 2s work very well within that ecosystem. They're giving very impressive sound quality mixed with really good noise canceling. You have spatial audio, head tracking. You got a lot of features in here. So I do like the AirPod Pro 2s in at number 4. Number 3 on the list is not one that I would have normally put in a top 5, but because they keep updating them and making them better and better, I put the Google Pixel Buds Pro in at number 3. I feel like the sound and the noise canceling actually bring the value up on these because I do believe they usually come in at about $199. There's a lot to like here, and I think they're finally matching up with the higher, more expensive earbuds, so I like them in at number 3. The Beats Fit Pros I put in at number 2. I still feel like this is one of Apple's best earbuds, even over the AirPod Pros, even though I do feel like Apple handicapped them with some features so that they don't stand out amongst the AirPod Pros. But the Beat Fit Pros have a better fit, in my opinion. I like the sound on these better, and that's why I put these in at number 2. And then as far as the best consumer earbud that you can walk in and pick up, in my opinion, I put the Sony LinkBuds S in at number 1. I talked about all of their features and sound earlier. Most of the time now you can find these under $150, and having the noise canceling that these have mixed with the sound that these have, they're pretty much hard to beat, and that's why I put them in at number 1. But guys, that wraps up my top 5 times 2. I did 2 different top 5s within this video. But guys, let me know which ones you like or which ones you're using in the comment section below. But thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.